Today's review is a little bit different than your hazy IPAs. We have got an Oktoberfest beer. This is in Aldi, £1.99. It's Erdinger, it's Oktoberfest beer, but it's actually a wheat beer. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. We're doing we're doing a wheat beer actually. It is a Oktoberfest now. What is it, sort of end of September, first week of October. And this one appeared in Aldi. It was £1.99. There was a few other ones. There was a Hell's and there was quite a few other wheat beers. And I picked this one thinking, oh, I'll avoid the wheat beers, but it wasn't until I've just looked at it now that I realised it is a wheat beer. It's 5.7%. It's Bavarian double mature method. It all looks, I mean, Erdinger, I've heard of them. You know, they're a well-renowned German brewery, so it's not like some sort of cheap knockoff, really. But obviously, £1.99 from Aldi. What do you expect? Well, what should we expect? Well, let's crack it open, get it in glass, and see if I've got a palate for it. Because I must admit, I've gone right off lager. I used to drink lager like I was going out of fashion, but since I got into sort of, you know, your IPAs and double IPAs, I'm just not a big fan. I just find it a bit bland and a bit, I don't know, fizzy and watery and not my sort of thing. But maybe a wheat beer. I mean, I've never been a massive fan of wheat beer, but obviously when I talk about IPAs and we've all got wheat and oats in them, you know, that's a good thing. And beer in a glass, well, it's a sort of, it is a slightly hazy, because obviously wheat beer is slightly hazy. You think of your, you know, your traditional hop, your wheat beers, which I'm trying to think of it, what it's called now. You know, the one you get on draft. I can't remember the name of it. It has this. It's got a hazy sort of colour, but we're looking at a yellowy orange, almost sort of, I don't know, an amber sort of colour. 2 fingers, loose white head. I thought I'd get my old Pilsner glass out there because it's probably the best glass for this sort of beer. And obviously, if you're drinking a German beer, then what are you going to accompany it with? Well, I mean, obviously pretzels and those sort of things. They're pretzels or sauerkraut, all of that sort of German stuff. But also now, I picked up these German Pilsner beer crinkle cut crisps. So we're going to try them and the beer, and then hopefully one's not so good, the other one could wash the other one away. So we'll start with the crisps. Oh my God, they do taste like beer. They're quite hard, not. Amazingly, they actually taste like beer, like being dipped in beer. Hoppy and savoury. There's not much like flavour. There's that beer flavour, but there's not much in the way of salt. They're not overly salty, but maybe they'll go really well with the beer. They're all right. I won't go out and buy them again. Tastes very beer-like. So let's try some wheat beer. I've just re-poured that. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Cheers, everyone. Not bad. It's not as wheaty as some wheat beers can be. A bit more subtle, which is for me is better. You know, when I think of like some of those Belgian beers that are very wheaty, yeah. Lots of malt, wheat, quite flavoursome, you know, and yes, there's quite a lot of carbonation as you'd expect from this sort of beer, but it's got more to it than a lager. It's not just that fizzy beer-like taste. There is that slightly more malty flavour. Obviously, the wheat. Does wheat taste of anything? I suppose breadiness. You got that breadiness in there as well. Yeah, it's easy to drink. It goes down pretty well. And like for £1.99, it's not bad value at all. what does it say? I mean, there's a lot of German stuff, brewed in, and there's English stuff as well. Brewed in Bavaria, Germany. Erdinger Weiss Bier, which is obviously wheat beer. Wheat beer, brewed and bottled by Erdinger Weiss Bier. Well, Weiss Bier is not. Weiss Bier is actually, I think, German brewery. It's not wheat beer. Yeah, wheat beer would be something else. Well, just wheat beer, isn't it? That's what it is. But it's not bad. What else can I tell you about it? Well, I mean, I say it's 500ml. That's quite a big bottle of beer for $1.99. And you know, when you think of the sort of prices that I paid for 440ml cans, you know, that's pretty good value. It looks all right. There's a slightly darker haziness to it. I'm sort of trying to come up with stuff to talk about, but it's smooth. That bit of carbonation, actually, it's not as fizzy as normal lager. Let's have some more of these beer crisps. I know, it's funny about them is that they feel a bit stale. There's a crunch, but there's more of a chewiness to these crisps, which is a bit strange. And they need a bit more salt. You get that beer flavour, almost as if being dipped in beer. And then you're left wanting a little bit of something else. Beer crisps. Not really say much about it. No. They're not bad. They're crisps. And if you're going to drink beer, drink crisps. I mean, I prefer peanuts and beer. But these aren't bad. How am I going to score this? Well, I don't think I can score it because I don't drink enough of these sort of beers to really benchmark it against anything. I think if you've got a spare couple of quid in your pocket and you're in Aldi and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to get into the old Oktoberfest because like I can't afford to go to Munich and for whatever reason, or you don't want to go to some of the, I mean, they do these Oktoberfest events all over the country now, and you can go and probably buy overpriced beer. Another marketing ploy. I mean, when I was younger, I don't really remember Oktoberfest. I know obviously it was a thing, but it seems to be overly marketed now. You know, the fact is, like, I think Lidl got a whole load of beers. Aldi have got more than this. They got probably about 4 or 5 beers, but I think they get whole packs in Lidl. So they're obviously jumping on it, and it's not bad. If you like something a bit different and you like lager, but you want something a bit different, this isn't bad. And if you think wheat beer is a little bit too wheaty for you, I think you quite like this. I like it actually. It's got a little bit more flavour, a bit more maltiness, but it doesn't go too far. So let me know if you've had this. I'm sure there's people watching this video that's had this. This is a bit of a different video for me because I'm almost drinking something that I don't ever drink. But I think this isn't bad. And for £2, you can't go wrong. But let me know in the comments. Have you had a great Oktoberfest themed beer in the supermarkets, or have you gone to your bottle shops? I mean, obviously, Prost Bottle Shop, half of their shop is full of German beers. I should have really had them, but I'm just not a massive fan of lager. You know, I've just gone right off of it. But I could get back into it, because this has got a bit more flavour than your normal sort of Madries and Peronis and that sort of stuff. And I've quite enjoyed this. So let me know what you think of Oktoberfest beer. Is it just a big marketing ploy, or is it something? Is it gives you an opportunity to some good beers? Let me know in the comments. And until the next one, well, you know what you're going to do. Drink good beer, whether craft or not, and keep on rocking.